I really don't like those videos of old people dying who are speaking about the things that they regret in their lives. It's often things like, I wish I had spent more time with my family. I wish I had gone on more adventures. I wish I didn't spend as much time worrying about work or the little things. And the reason I don't like those kinds of videos is because the people that are watching them are people like you, people like me, people that aren't dying. You see, it's very easy to look at someone talk about something from their place, from their perspective, which it's totally valid and fine. I'm not saying that they shouldn't feel that regret, but what I'm saying is that just because they feel that way with what they're at, doesn't mean you're going to need to take that advice and be like, oh, that'll be me in 90 years if I don't go traveling the world, or if I don't quit my job and go and pursue my passion. You're on a unique experience and a unique journey yourself. And when we look at these people, we're just presuming that we're going to feel that way. And the thing is, the very fact that someone is on their deathbed regretting things only speaks to how they're feeling now about how things have gone. And the truth is, they had an opportunity at a time to, make the decision to pay more attention to the loved ones in their lives or to go on adventures. But they chose not to because there was a reason. There's always a reason for the choices that we make. And a lot of people don't want to accept that. They don't want to accept that it's actually possible to quit your job and go pursue something else. And people will say things like, oh no, I can't because I have a mortgage, or I have this, I have that. I need the steady paycheck. Acknowledge that that is a choice, and that's totally fine. If you want to make that choice, make that choice. But be aware that you actually have another choice as well, which is to quit, which is to go and pursue the thing that you might have been thinking about pursuing. And I think, we end up in this situation on our deathbed, wishing we had done things differently, when we kept making the choice that we, maybe felt was the safe choice. It's getting dark, the clouds are going. Oh, it's back now. The clouds were coming. Now the sun is back. Here we are. We're talking about regrets. You arrive at a situation where you regret things, when you recognize that there was another choice that you could have taken but you didn't take. And the reason that we often choose the safe path in life is because we don't want to deal with the consequences of an uncertain path. An uncertain path is scary because we don't know if there's going to be enough money. We don't know if we're going to be laughed at for trying a business endeavor. And so instead we choose the thing that feels relatively safe, but maybe it's not quite satisfying. But we go with it because, there's pros to it. There's cons as well, but we go with it. And then 100 years go by and you're on your deathbed and you say to yourself, oh, I wish I had tried, my business endeavor. I wish I had tried pursuing my artistic endeavors. But the thing is, at the time, you chose to do what you chose to do because you felt like it was the best thing for you at that point in time. Now, there isn't actually one way to live life happily and one way to live it unhappy. There's plenty of people doing the same things that are having different experiences. There's plenty of rich people that are miserable. There's plenty of rich people that are happy. There's plenty of poor people that are miserable. There's plenty of poor people that are happy. There's plenty of people like myself that have, spent quite a bit of time traveling. I'm pursuing my own path. I have businesses that are sustaining me and successful, and I have flexibility and freedom. I'm still going to regret stuff if I want to regret stuff, because I'm a human, and the one guarantee of being a human is that you're going to suffer. And these people, talking about the regrets of the dying, you could do all of the things that they regret not doing, and you would still end up in a situation where you think you could have done more here, you could have done more there. And this might sound kind of doom and gloom at this point in time, because it sounds like, based on what I'm saying, there's a regret around every corner. You do the thing you want to do, you're going to regret something else. You don't do the thing you want to do, you're going to regret not doing the thing. So what is the remedy? How do we avoid living a life with regret? And I don't think that we can. We can let go of expectation that we are going to live a life with no regrets. Because then when you get to your deathbed, you're like, oh, I'm regretting things, but that's fine because I acknowledged that I was going to regret something at some point in time. Be it the thing that I did do or the thing that I didn't do. And this isn't about not trying. It's not about, surrendering to how awful life is. It's just about realizing that there's not a right or a wrong way to do things. You're never going to tick all of the boxes because the boxes are an illusion. They don't actually exist. The mind, the ego has constructed them, and we've created all of these paths that seem to be solid and concrete in their, trajectory of exploration, but actually, life's just happening. And you can create something at any given moment, and you can choose to slot into something at any given moment. Nature's doing this all the time. It's always creating and destroying things. We do it too, except, we create something like the education system, and then everybody thinks that they have to slot into it. You could just not. Just don't go. Create your own education system. The internet, YouTube, is its own university these days. I mean, I spent 4 years doing a degree in media, and I came out the other end and I didn't know how to operate a camera. And then within a few weeks of practicing and trying on YouTube tutorials, I was able to, make great progress in my creative expression. So you don't need to slot into things. You can just create new things. You can take a piece from here and a piece from there. And know that you're not going to have it perfect ever. That's not the point. The point is to just be you, to express your version of self and live your life in whatever way that unfolds. Stop trying to avoid regretting things, because you will. So long as you think there's a correct thing to do, or a path that has to be followed and adhered to, so long as that mindset is what you're operating off, where there is a wrong and a right, you're going to regret something. Because you're the one perceiving the problems. Regret is a problem. A life of regret, that's a problem that we're perceiving. And it's based on this expectation of what something ought to be. And life doesn't need to be anyway. Actionable advice here for you. So this isn't just a big philosophical discussion. How about this? If there's something that you're curious about doing, you don't need to know what the outcome of doing the thing is going to be. It could be going to a cafe and asking out the barista. It could be making your first YouTube video. It could be going for a run. Just follow that. Go and ask the barista out. Ask them for their phone number. They don't have to give it to you. If they don't give it to you, that's a pretty good indication that you probably shouldn't go down that path with that barista. If you make a YouTube video and, nobody watches it, make another one. If you enjoyed making it, if you didn't enjoy making it, then maybe do something different. Go become a tree surgeon. We can only take a step. We can only take an action, and we can only allow the universe and the other parts of this game to meet us or not. And if we're met, be that through feeling good about what we just did, be it through the barista giving you their phone number, take another step. Take another step. Oh, you're on a date? Great. Oh, you want to go on a second date? Awesome. Go on the second date. Keep going so long as it makes sense. So long as you feel expanded and energized, just keep taking another step. And the moment something is posing some resistance, maybe the girl says, hey, it's not for me. I don't want the same thing as you. That's the time where you think to yourself, okay, maybe this isn't serving me anymore. In which case, I can stop, I can reflect, I can experience whatever emotions come up, and my God, there's going to be some tough emotions coming up. Because this is just what happens. When things don't go our way, we need to grieve it. We need to mourn the loss of whatever it was. And you're not wrong for feeling the way that you feel. You're also not wrong for wishing that didn't happen. It's very easy when things don't go according to plan. We regret ever beginning the thing. But it's like, remember the position you were in when you made the decision to step into that relationship or to step into that endeavor? It's because you were excited about it. It's because it was giving you something. So don't be dissing your past version of self for making decisions, because at the time that's what you wanted. And that's beautiful. You're not wrong for that. And you're not wrong for feeling pain. You're not wrong for something not meeting your expectation. That's just how things go. We've got an ego. And know that if you just repeat that formula of finding something that you're curious about, taking a few steps, maybe you're met halfway, in which case, cool, take another step. Maybe you're holding hands with a new job, holding hands with a new partner, holding hands with a new hobby, whatever it is. And just keep going until it doesn't make sense to keep going anymore. And, maybe one day you'll be one of those annoying old people on their deathbed saying that they regret this and they regret that. But listen, that was inevitable. So long as you believe there's a specific way to live life. Don't be so hard on yourself. You've got plenty of threads to follow, curiosities to pursue, people to speak to, activities to do. Be brave now. Take those steps. Know that regardless of what you do, you're going to end up in a place where you say, I regret this, I regret that. I regret that I missed this thing or that, whatever. But if you're missing one thing, it's because you were somewhere else that you chose to be for whatever reason. You can't have it all. So stop trying to have it all. Stop trying to live a life of no regrets. Because it's all in your head anyway. Wishing you a beautiful day. Check out my newsletter down in the description. I send out wonderful insights for creatives and entrepreneurs that might support you in your journey. Wish you well, and watch this video next. YouTube thinks you'll like it. Bye.